Hello, everyone. Hello. Oh, no. That's perfectly fine. So, time to play with Khelda? I think that's how you say her name? Let's see. God, look at all the people that are trying to do the 10-year anniversary. Oh. It looked more crowded than it was. Also, I discovered this. Sorry, I had to look at that character again. It's like, what? Okay. So there is the quest giver, but ooh, I need to grab my phone so I can keep up with chat. I've had my phone. Charging. Okay. Sorry, one of my friends, who I've cosplayed with at conventions in the past, posted, I think it's a TikTok that she shared. All I see is just a mass wall of Chuckies and boxes. And it's like, yes, I need to check out her TikTok after stream. So, Koth? That's what your tag is, Koth? Okay, so, like I said, here is the quest giver. But over here, I didn't look at these two people. Now, the Rising Bender, doesn't she look familiar? Let me move over here so you can get a better look at her. It is one of the iterations of Minfilia. An early one. But yeah, you can... This is what I didn't do with Izuna. You can buy orchestra rolls from her. So I will get this one. Yes. And I'll go back and do it with Izuna too. Yes. Okay. And then you can also buy the rising advertisements. I'm not going to do that because I currently don't have a house. But then you can get like fireworks and all that. Potpourri. Tells you about music. Oops. Show people what you're doing. Godbert. Yeah, he poops his clothes off. It's like, sir, please. He doesn't care. Okay. Yeah, so you can have the orchestra rolls playing in, like, if you are able to get an apartment, you can have them playing in your inn room. I almost said hotel room. It's not a hotel, it's an inn. Or if you join a free company, and the free company has their own, like, house set up that you can have like little apartments in, then you can have it there. I have one character that has that. So another thing for tonight's drink, I'm drinking cherry Coke. I'm not drinking my usual adult drink because oh god, rules change from quite often, so it's hard to say how I can say this, but my headspace is not good, and adult drinks make it worse, or can make it worse, so I'm just gonna stick with soda for right now, just to be on the safe side. Additionally, I've been looking into getting a water bottle for work that has a straw in it, because I'm starting to have issues with lifting and tilting drinks, or lifting and tilting stuff that are starting to have weight to it, just because of my like I said, my health issues. So yeah, I'm getting a sippy cup basically. I don't care. Hey DJ, thank you so much. But yeah, my issue was before with getting something that had a straw built in it, or straw in it, is the early versions of those that I saw had the straw just stuck in there, and the straws could get so gross and moldy, and I was like, nah, so I stayed away from them as long as I could. But now they're getting to be a lot more styles that you can actually take the whole water bottle apart to hand wash everything, and this particular one I'm looking at is like 16, 17 bucks on Amazon, and a lot of the reviews say it's real easy to take apart and clean. So I'm like, yeah, and it's real pretty. So I'm like, cool. Basically looking into it for like work and stuff like that. Siblings rising. Kippa Jakaya is looking a worried sister. This was my issue with Izuna when I did this, and part of it makes me wonder if it's a translation issue, but I don't know. Oh, if it isn't, what do we agree? Khelda? I'm gonna say Khelda. It's always a pleasure, my friend. Yeah, and a lot of them now have a BPA-free plastic. While we're also ignoring the fact there's like microplastics and everything, but we're just going to ignore that little fact, you know. And again, how fortuitous that you should appear now, just when I'm in need of help again. Pray hear me out. You see, my brother recently wrote saying that he wished to meet me in Olda during the Rising celebration. However, the appointed hour has come and gone, but I've seen neither hide nor hair of him. I've checked all the likely places in the city to no avail, and am beginning to worry. If it isn't too much trouble, may I ask you to help me find him? I am in your debt. I love how I'm just so casually, like, standing. I've got the, oh my god, what's her name? I've got the Makoto stance. And by Makoto, I mean Sailor Jupiter. Because notice that a lot of times in the series, she'll stand like that. It's the Makoto stance. And the moment I said Makoto, I instantly thought of Makoto Naegi from the first Danganronpa game. I said, no, that's not... It's taken me 2 years. I finally finished watching Game Grumps play Danganronpa 2. Still have not seen them play any of the other games. They played 1, loved it. They played 2, and I loved it because it got one of my good friends who had got me into Danganronpa. It got her into the series too, and I now have another person that is willing to cosplay Pekko with me when I do Kuzuryu. But I need the Grumps. They've talked about it. They mentioned it at the very last episode of their playthrough or playlist. They mentioned Danganronpa another episode and Danganronpa V3. I really hope that they decide to get into playing another episode and V3, especially another episode, because there's so few people that play, that I know, that I've seen, that have done a playthrough of another episode. And okay, my favorites go Danganronpa 2, another episode, V3, and then Danganronpa 1. Those are my favorites of the game. I have not played S. I have not seen any playthroughs of S, so I can't comment on that game. Alright, but... that was sweet. At least my, at least Nightbot mentioned my Discord. Okay, now my brother is a youth of 16 by the name of Nahagi. I almost said Naegi. I got DR on the brain. He recently became an adventurer, something he has inspired to since he was little. Being an adventurer yourself, perhaps you know of him, if not cross paths. So, because I've never helped her brother before, these are the two options. But as you've remembered with Izuna, there's options that are like, oh yeah, I know of him. I'm not familiar with him, alas. With the name, alas. Ah, well, it wouldn't be too much of a coincidence. It would be too much of a coincidence, I suppose. At any rate, if he isn't in the city, chances are he went outside on some business. To begin with, I propose we split up and make inquiries in case someone has seen him. If you could focus on this area, I shall speak with those in the quicksand. Afterwards, let us reconvene by the entrance to the tavern. God, Bert, please. Try to be serious for a second. Whoops. Alright, oh, that's right. Oh, who's on stage? I love how he has his little wind-up gentleman behind him. Lil Toenail. It's his rapper name. He's not even from our server. Huh! And the bun with the sticks, the glow sticks, is meow, meow wow, choco chow. Okay. Got a fat cat. Izuna got a fat cat. Greetings, adventurer. How may I assist you? Oh, Nahagi? I understand he's doing some work for the Wandering Minstrel. I dare say his client can point you in the right direction. If you can track the man down, that is. I'm afraid I don't know his whereabouts at present. Okay. Let's see. Sir, calm down. Something you need? Oh, Nahagi. Aye, I know the spritey lad. Couldn't say where he is now, but last I saw him he mentioned taking on some delivery work. He's a curious one, he is. Gets along with everyone well enough, but doesn't seem to like working in a team. What with talk of bandits prowling the roads of late, I can't help but worry. Okay. He almost looks like he's napping. He's napping. Huh. Nope. Something I can do for you, adventurer? If you business with Bran, best state it quickly. This gas has led to fellow... Hey, read that again. This gas has leads to follow and incidents to investigate for the Harbor Herald. I see. With apologies, I haven't seen this Nahagi. As a matter of fact, I've been rather busy working on my upcoming piece on the Rising. Why, just earlier I was interviewing the ever enigmatic wandering minstrel, who's got another unusual adventure in the offing. The Letter Forest, he calls it. If that piques your interest, I recommend you go and see the man. He's at the Gold Court over on the steps of Thal. Okay. Okay, come on, keep your clothes on. We're out in public. Not that Goldbert cares, though. There is a... Okay, so Godbert... There's a quest line for Godbert and his son and all that. I'm not high enough level with this character. I possibly have to get some more levels on Izuna before I'm comfortable doing it. But yeah, oh my gosh. I can't wait to do some of those funny quests. It's like one of my... It's so bizarre. It's one of my favorite quest lines. And it keeps going. They keep adding quests. And it's like... You have one little bit of a quest line, and then you gotta earn some levels, and then you can get more, do more of the quest line, and then more, and then more. It's interesting. Okay. Greetings, friend. By your dauntless bearing, I assume you are an adventurer. How might this minstrel be of service? So Nahagi's sister wishes to find him. Indeed, I have entrusted him with the task and have an inkling as to where he might be. As you may have heard, on the occasion of the Rising celebration, I am hosting an exhibit called The Letter Forest. All are invited to anonymously submit letters to this forest and express their gratitude and encouragement for another, and all might pursue the letters at their leisure. Now, in order to collect missives from outside of Olda, I have dispatched a chocobo carriage. Nahagi is escorting said carriage. When he contacted me on Link Pearl a while ago, he said they had emerged from the Twelveswood on their way back to Olda. Given the hour, they should have already arrived. I know not what is causing the delay, but might I trouble you to look for them? I will go myself, except I am needed here at present. Okay. I'm truly grateful. In case it helps, the carriage was meant to pass through Blackbrush Station, so perhaps you could take your search to that area. I pray that nothing has befallen them. Alright. So, let's see. Teleport. Oops. Oh! I was supposed to speak to the sister. Gosh darn it. Not brain safe. Oh no. Okay. Oh, alright. So I will hydrate. And stretch. Actually, I haven't stretched in a while, so that's a good idea. I had to do some, well, not had to, but I return. Wasting time. Oh well. I did some Praetorium runs so that I could get another item. I'm almost done getting all the items that are 100 tomestones, and then I'll be working on the 80 and then the 50. Should take me like a couple weeks because I'm doing on my days off I'm doing 7 runs, so that's like 14 tomestones each. That creature is just the aliens have landed. That's right, she's right here. There you are. Were you able to learn aught of Nahagi? Escorting a carriage for the minstrel, so that is the way of it. As suggested, let's take ourselves sorry, to Blackbird Station and try searching in the vicinity. Now I go to Blackbrush. Jeez. Huh? Whoops. Okay. There she is. Khelda, no sooner did I arrive than this man came running out of breath. You're an adventurer? Thank the 12. It's the bandits from the Quiberon Mains. They've fallen on a chocobo carriage over by the clutch. The carriage only had 1 guard, and he was sorely outnumbered. Please, you must help him. That has to be in Hagi. With me. As a naked person comes running up. Damn it, there's no end to them. We have you now, you stubborn little shite. Ooh, mouthy little thing. Enough! Leave my little brother alone, or 12 is my witness. You'll receive such a thrashing as you've never known. From this fearsome adventurer here, that is. Oh my gosh. I'm like, excuse me? Sure. I'm a pugilist. I could, like, literally beat the crap out of him. That's no ordinary woman. Retreat! Away! Are you alright, Nahagi? I'm sorry, I didn't come when I said I would, sister. Rest assured, I'm not too badly hurt. That's a relief. I'll take a proper look at your wounds back in the city. It seems you're an adventurer too. Thank you for your help. What's your name, if I may ask? Khelda Kaatapoh. I'll remember it. To send your foes running without even drawing your weapon. You're clearly a great adventurer. I still have a long way to go, embarrassing myself like I did. If I want Sister's approval, I need to grow stronger and be able to fight on my own. My approval? But first things first. Oh, excuse me. Brandit and I have a delivery to make for the Rising. If you'll excuse us, we'll hurry back to Olda. Let us head back as well. I had in mind to pay the minstrel a visit in any case. Okay, so I know last week I said that I was going to post a pre-recorded VOD. There's a naked person. A pre-recorded VOD on Friday, and I didn't do that. And I apologize. I had it edited. I was finishing editing it all together with a introduction. I had little breaks in there, and I had a thank you for watching, end little credit thing. Unfortunately, I tend to not calculate properly how long it's going to take for something to save, and this VOD was like about 3 hours, and it took a long time to save, but it's ready for whenever I post it. If for some reason I'm not able to if for some reason I'm not feeling up to streaming on Friday with Templeton, then I will post that VOD, the pre-recorded VOD. I'm also working on some mute VODs. Like, I'll record a little bit of it, take a break, record a little bit more until I have like 2 to 3 hours at least. Longer is preferred. With the mute VODs, it's a lot easier because there's no audio from me, so there's nothing I have to like edit out if I say something. I don't know, because sometimes I know I ramble and people would want to just watch the game. So with silent VODs, I'm just playing. And there might be a little pause here and there for me to like get a drink or some bite to eat, whatever, but it's a lot easier to just stitch it together and then save it. So those are on the way. I have one for a Horde character, and I'm working on one for an Alliance character. I just made it. They're both for World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King Classic. So yeah, be on the lookout for those. And then of course I'm going to be working on mute VODs with regular WoW characters. I will make sure to do different races and different classes than the ones I have for Classic, just so you get like a bit more variety of things. So that's why you're in a lot of my streams, because I just go, just prattle on and on and on and on. A lot of times I will get reminded of something and I'll be like, oh, I have to tell this information. And I will just go. The mute streams are for those that want background stuff going on, whatever, that enjoy World of Warcraft, everything. And the cool thing with the mute streams that or even with the one that I have stitched together is, and thank you, I think it's Belladonna System, for the suggestion to do random number generator, because oh my god, it gives a variety of races and classes that I would not have picked on my own, just because it's like it wouldn't be a race or a class that I would pick on my own. Let's just put it that way. I tend to be more of the, I want to pick the pew-pews with the spells, you know, pick the mages, pick the wizards, that sort of stuff. And yeah, it's interesting what I've gotten, and I enjoy it. It's a little bit of a challenge for me. Welcome back, my friends. Pleased am I to see that Nahagi is safe and well. Rising attendants inform me that they have all the letters. With this, we may proceed with the letter forest as planned. Thank you, Nahagi. I'm so sorry I'm late. You see, were it not for Khelda, there's no telling what might have become of the letters. And in the end, I was utterly useless. So that's how it happened. As Nahagi's client, allow me to thank you as well for coming to his aid. Oh, another thing that has been in my mind, completely unrelated, is unrelated to the game, but as I've stated earlier, I've been watching Game Grumps finish up playing Danganronpa 2. Because I've been watching it on my TV, I don't have the ad blocker, so I've been seeing ads. They have a game, they have a new game out. I don't know if y'all have seen it, that actually one of the people that work for them, Jory, created. It's called Homebody, and it's like a horror game. I didn't know Jory was a part of this game, and I thought that's pretty cool. And I might look into it. I think it's for PS. I know it's for PC. I've seen it on Steam. It might be for PS4. I'm not sure. But that would probably be another game to like get interested in playing. Like I said, there's so many games that I want to get into and play. As Nahagi's client, allow me to thank you for coming, or thank you as well for coming to his aid. That being said, my boy, you were far from useless. Nay, you bravely defended the carriage until help arrived. There's no need to belittle yourself so. Well, Khelda didn't need to rely on anyone. No, she drove off the bandits with nary more than a stern look. I couldn't hold a candle to her. Like her, I want to be able to deal with any problem without help. Likewise, I can't claim to be an adventurer worth his salt. Here's the thing, they never say what type of class he is. They just say he's an adventurer. Like my character right now, like I said, uses her fists. But this, her brother, they never say. They just say he's an adventurer. And then her, at least we know she works for the for a newspaper. Without help. Tell me, Nahagi, all this time, have you been working alone, even for dangerous tasks? That's right. A worthy adventurer doesn't rely on others. If I'm to be the kind of adventurer you approve of, I must be able to handle anything by myself. I see. I'm curious, is she wearing a headband under her hat? Because I see her ears sticking out of her hat, but I don't know what that white piece is. Is it part of the hat? If that's what you believe, then I can't consent to you being an adventurer any longer. Return to my village and start over. What? But you were so happy for me when I became an adventurer. I'm working so hard to succeed, to prove to you that I have what it takes. But now, you've developed a grave misconception. Until you recognize what it is, I can't, in good conscience, approve of your calling. If you can't accept this, if you wish to remain an adventurer, then you must win me over. And it begins with pondering why you first embarked upon this path. All right, sister, I'll think on this. I'm sorry you had to see that. Despite how it may have appeared, no one wants my brother to succeed more than I do. To succeed and be happy. After all, I know better than any how hard he works. Unless he changes his ways, however, he's like to die somewhere out there. And even if he manages to stay alive, he would only know an arduous life. That's why I don't go out of my way to be gentle when dressing his wounds, or didn't go out of my way to be gentle when dressing his wounds. If he could just focus on what actually matters. Instead, he obsesses about gaining my approval and compares himself to others. I got my money back mostly. What drives us? Jakaya is again looking a worried sister. So after I finished with this event, I want to work on my cat girl a bit more, because she can't even use the mount that she's going to be getting. So let's get her a little bit closer to that goal. If truth be told, no matter what Nahagi wants to do, it's my intent to support him. That person has a duck. Oh my god, that's cute. It's his life after all, and no one else's. It isn't my place to interfere. Be that as it may, if he is sabotaging his own aspirations With his obsession for my approval, I can't simply stand idly by and watch. Loath though I am to impose, until my brother has found his answer, might I trouble you to keep an eye on him? Yes, I will keep an eye on your brother. Please take it as a request from me as well. Ever has adventuring been dangerous, and it is more dangerous still for one who spurns help. Yeah. Hi. Person just moved in the camera view. Like Kipia, I do not wish for Nahagi to continue his current path. As a fellow adventurer, please help him find a better way. How cute! Oh my god! They have sleepwear on! I love that. Thank you. Oh my god, that's so cute. Is that a sleeping cap? Oh, they're dressed like a Moogle. I love that. I bet you they got that at the at the cash shop, which means they spent real world money to get that. Now then, on a related matter, I must pay a visit to the Weavers Guild, but I will see you again anon, if you'll excuse me. Excuse me, sir? You are a bit too close to me. Sir, I do not know you that way. Nahagi set out this way, so you may find him at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. We'll leave him in your capable hands, my friend. Oh, goodbye. I do not know you like that. On the map. Okay. Oh. This way. On the map. Come on, Galbert. Speed up. Let's go. Good old Pearl Lane. I think it was Pearl Lane. Yeah, I think it was Pearl Lane that I took Tiny Bishi, and I found out where I followed Rubber Ross from the Adventurers Guild just so I could be part of his stream. And I ended up getting, like, when they did, you couldn't tell it was me because you couldn't see my name above my head, except on my screen when I showed it. But I got to be part of his little video when he did, like, was it like when he did, oh look, this is what I did, you know, when he did his stream. He has not been on, he created a guild that I still see pop up from time to time. Not on, yeah, no, on this server, on Goblin. They pop up every so often. So if you are on Goblin, or any in the crystal like group, and you see people with the tag that says Rubba, then that's Rubber Ross's group. But oh my god, that's such a good memory. He has not been on since. He created a whole guild, and then I don't think he's touched Final Fantasy XIV since. Not after that last egg eating contest that he did like a couple years. It's been a couple years now. It's kind of amusing. But like I'll see a couple of people that were part of his guild pop up every so often. But yeah, it was kind of, Goblin and Marlboro are two of the ones I've seen him on. Oh, it's you. What is it? Is that so? I'm sorry. This is really something I should be doing alone. Still, it's nice to have someone to talk to. Like my sister bade me, I'm pondering why I chose to become an adventurer in the first place. Kabaya, excuse me, has looked after me since... Oh, the hiccups! Since I was no more than 10, after our parents passed away. When your Walmart package ships and they have to send like 6 different messages. They sent me a message via the app, they sent me a message via my email, and they sent me a text message. It's like, why? And I ordered 2 different items, so they're sending me a message for each item. It's like, calm down, please. I mean, thank you, but calm down. Kipaya has looked after me since I was no more than 10, after her parents passed away. She was already a reporter by then, and her work took her to various places. From her, I heard tales about adventurers, and came to admire them. Upon learning of the full extent of the impending calamity, she took us to a village in the mountains where our aunt lived. It's desperate times like these that people need stories of hope, she used to say, and I believed she wanted to remain in Gridania and continue her work. But she left in order to keep me safe. I was a burden to her then. I don't want to be a burden to her again. For that, I need to show her that I don't need to depend on others, that I'm a capable adventurer who can handle anything by himself. Ponder as I might, I can't understand what's wrong with that. Well, when in doubt, I suppose I should do what adventurers do and gather information. It would be good, I think, to speak with people like my sister, people who aren't adventurers but are familiar with them. Who in Ul'dah would fit that description? Okay, last time I said the face of the Adventurers Guild. Okay, I thought that merchant was standing on the table. That's why I'm like, hold up. Because it looks like there's... It looks odd. They look like they're standing on a table or something. Let's do... How about the local purveyor of information? Let's do this person. You mean Wymond? Well, he's certainly knowledgeable. The kind of information he deals in isn't exactly what I need. Instead, how about Miss Momodi, the face of the Adventurers Guild? In her capacity as guild representative, she's bound to have some valuable insights. I'll seek her out at once. Okay, so I guess it just goes back to Momodi. That's fair. The dog ran away from me. The dog went, nope. Oh, they're in the same guild. I'm like, why is that bird watching her? They're in the same guild. What did I load into? Uh-huh. I say that so often about this game sometimes. Huh. No idea, but Goblin is great. Unfortunate circumstances. Ah. What the f... What did I wander into? Oh my... Oh my god. Wow. I'm just watching chat now, like, uh-oh. Is there a way to... I wish there was a way to, like, remove chat completely. I know, oh my god, Jesus. I don't know how to cover chat, god damn. Wow. Is there a way... Well, I'm on PS4. That's my issue. Let's see. I'm gonna go into my commands real quick. Social. Nope. No. I'm just streaming straight from my PS4. Let's see. There we go. Hopefully that helps. Honestly, didn't think chat would be like that. It's like, dang. I still remember when I first came here to sign up. I was a nervous wreck then, but now this place feels like a second home. And I come all the time for crumpets. They make them so springy and serve them drowning in butter and honey. Sorry, now isn't the time for that. Come, let's have a chat with Miss Momodi. Again, one of the reasons I like World of Warcraft, I can just completely turn chat off. And be like, nope. Yeah, I've never had it bad like that before, so. I guess now I have to make sure it's in a different tab. That's the thing, it's like, and I know Overwatch 2, you can turn off chat. Um, Thankfully, I'm not on those. I'm on Goblin and Marlboro. Isn't Balmung um, the 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 streamer one where all the streamers go? I know there's one that's like way oversaturated because it's got like all the streamers that want to be on there. That sounds like oh no, thank you. Thank you for the warning. That's like in World of Warcraft. In regular WoW, that's Goldshire. Or as some people have renamed it, Cornshire. Well, now, if it isn't Khelda and Nahagi, to what do I owe the pleasure of both your companies today? Oh, trust me, it's spread to other servers, not just Moonguard. I used to play WoW with my roommate, so, and my roommate likes to be on RP servers, and so I would just play with him, be in the same guild, so that I wouldn't get bothered by other guild members or by other guilds. Because I'm not a guild person. I'm a solo player. The only time I would join a guild is to like, I'll join a guild if I'm allowed to do my own thing, you know? And I like to, you know, I don't like doing the raids or dungeons or anything like that. One guild I was a part of, I was support. But what I mean by support is I would do my own thing, but when the guild leader would do all these raids, come back, basically open up a trade window with me, toss all his stuff that he got from the raid, you know, that he could trade, into my backpack and be like, here, sell this, take a percentage that you think is fair, and give me the rest. So I'm like, okay. So that's how I helped in that guild. And he was real appreciative of it at the time. But a lot of times I just like to chill, and you know, every so often I'll be a little chatty, so I'll talk with some of the other guild members, but I just like doing my own thing, you know. But just having people, you know, that I can go to if I need help with whatever. I was hoping to get your advice on a certain matter. The misconception you developed about being an adventurer, that's an interesting one, I have to admit. Try as I might to figure it out, I keep going around in circles. I thought you might be able to offer some insights. This is just a gut feeling, but I reckon I understand what your sister is trying to say. Tell me, Nahagi, suppose you fail to get your sister's approval. Would you simply give up being an adventurer? Would it all become meaningless? From this encounter, I've indeed seen off many an adventurer, each and every one unique, with dreams and destinations all their own. But in spite of their differences, they all share something in common, a reason for first embarking upon their journey. Khelda, would you mind telling us why you chose the adventure in life? Uh-oh. I think with Izuna, I said it seemed exciting. So for Khelda, I'm going to say I wanted to see the world. Heh, how very like you. Keep that reason close to your heart now, you hear? And you, Nahagi? What inspired you to become an adventurer? It's simple, really. I heard about adventurers from my sister and became infatuated with the lives they led. Like them, I want to be able to see the world while helping those in need. Then isn't that enough? Your sister's approval or no, you have a reason all your own. Hi, Sneaky. Hi, Sneaky. By the 12, I see now. At some point, my desire to prove myself to Kippa had displaced my own motive for being an adventurer. That's the misconception Kippa wanted me to recognize. What a fool I've been. Wanting someone's approval isn't wrong in and of itself, mind, but it's got nothing to do with why you're an adventurer. It shouldn't force you to do things you wouldn't otherwise do, like trying to handle everything alone. Well, that's enough for me for today. I've said my piece. What you do now is up to you, Nahagi. Thank you for helping me realize, Miss Momodi. Think nothing of it. It's my job to watch over you all. Nothing makes me happier than to see you happy, doing what you do. Thank you, too, for accompanying me. I think I know what to say to Kippa now. And loath though I am to trouble you again, there's something else I'd like your help with. You see, of the letters we collected in Limsa Lominsa, one was from an explorer who was seeking an escort for an expedition. By now, that letter should be on display at the Gold Court. I want to show it to my sister, and I'd be grateful if you could help me find it. Come, let's rejoin the minstrel. Hi, BB, come here. No? Okay. Now, there was a letter over here that I wanted to read, but wasn't able to. Let's find it. Welcome back. Dare I hope you were able to find the answer? Yes, I'm happy to say Miss Momody helped me to come to a realization. And when I go speak with my sister, I see. By all means, feel free to borrow the letter. Does it have any distinguishing characteristics? As I recall, there was a large drawing of a blue chocobo on it. Very well. Let us search together more swiftly to find it. Okay, the letter was over here. I remember. Letter with a blue chip. No, it wasn't that one. Oh, I think I read all of them then. Let's see. Letter with a chocobo carriage drawing. Dear not-so-new adventurer, as a traveling merchant, I've had my fair share of happy encounters, but sharing a carriage with you stands out above them all. For you see, I went on to sell veritable crate loads of the ring I gave you, and turned enough of a profit to buy my own carriage. You shared with me your adventurer's luck, and I count my blessings every day. My only regret is that I neglected to ask you your name, so I don't know your doings. If my instincts are on the mark, though, you've surely made a name for yourself. Wherever you are now, my friend, I pray for your continued safety and success. Okay. It's not the missive. I like reading the letters, though. Very cool. Letter with a shield drawing. As someone charged with the city's peace, I cannot overstate how much of a boon adventurers are to our efforts. Some folk have expressed concern that an increase in drifters would see a corresponding rise in crime, but on the contrary, they are steadily declining. Soldiers like ourselves are somewhat limited in the scope of our duties, and we are not always available to lend our citizens what assistance they need. Thus, would I take this opportunity to express my heartfelt gratitude to adventurers who step up to fill the void. Okay. A letter with a quail drawing. I like reading the letters. Letter with a quail drawing. Esteemed adventurer, should you chance to read this letter, I pray it finds you well. Much time has passed since you helped us rebuild in the wake of that terrible disaster, but we still remember you most fondly. Our lives continue to be hard, and every day brings new challenges. Nonetheless, we have regained a semblance of what we once had, and smiles are beginning to return to faces. The morrow will be brighter than today. This we dare to believe now, thanks to you. And should you yourself face hardship, I pray that you believe the same. And here's the chocobo drawing. Dear adventurer, how fares your journey? Mine continues, and I wake up to the sound of birdsong and lie down to sleep beneath the moonlight as I seek unblazed trails. Long ago, when an adventurer aided me, I was made to realize how alike we are. Deep down, we are simply travelers who thrill to make such discoveries. Thus do I write this letter now, in hopes of recruiting such like-minded souls to join me on an expedition. If you would all share in my desire to make the uncharted charted, then I invite you to seek me out at the Drowning Wench in Limsa Lominsa. Eagerly do I await your coming. Okay. This is it. No luck over here so far. How about you? Oops. A blue chocobo. Yes, this is the one. All that's left then is to talk to Kippa. Do you know where she is? Or Kippaya. She went to the Weaver's Guild, saying she had business there. Perhaps she is buying clothes. At any rate, I'll look for her there. Thank you. For this too might I trouble you to accompany Nahagi. Afterwards, I ask that you tell me how events unfold. I shall await you at the Ruby Road Exchange. You're here too? I must confess, I'm feeling rather nervous, so I appreciate your presence. Oh dear, you came to find me? My apologies for taking so long. So Nahagi, were you able to find the answer? Aye. To begin with, I want you to look at this. An explorer is assembling an escort for an expedition? Certainly sounds exciting. I am awaiting your approval. I was determined not to rely on others, but a part of me dearly wanted to be part of the expedition, to go where I dare not set foot alone, so I decided that I will answer the invitation. Then, this means you've given up on trying to do everything alone? I had wanted to prove to you that I'm capable, that I'm no longer a burden, and in my obsession, I lost sight of why I became an adventurer in the first place. To see what lies beyond the horizon, and lend a helping hand to those I meet. That's what drives me, and I was able to remember this thanks to Miss Momodi and Khelda. And whether or not you approve, I want to continue adventuring for my own reason. Is that all right with you? Didn't you just say you didn't need my approval? But to be clear, I never actually intended to stop you. Do you remember what you once told me, Nahagi, shortly before the calamity struck? Did you interview adventurers again today? What were they like? What kind of places have they been to? Heh, you never get sick of hearing about adventures, do you? Never ever. When I grow up, I want to be an adventurer too. Well, that's as fine an aspiration as any. But do you know what kind of adventurer you wish to become? A hero like in the tales, perhaps? Oh no, sister, not a hero. Adventurers are free spirits, and I want to be the freest spirit of all. Oh yes, I'll travel the world and meet lots of people, and when I visit home, you can interview me as much as you like. Yeah. Oh my god, I was thinking the same thing. Honestly, I need to get back into Skyrim. Oh my god. I used to be an adventurer like you. For that boy to spurn help for want of my approval, I couldn't bear to see it. And in order to bring you to your senses, I may have spoken a little sternly, as any older sister would. Sweet. As an adventurer, you'll experience no small amount of hardships, but you choose your path because you want to be free. Chose your path. So don't let yourself be shackled by expectation. Be it your own or that of others, and instead take things as they come. So long as you're true to yourself and recognize your limits, you'll surely find a way forward. And remember, not even heroes can accomplish everything alone. I still need to look through like the long list of add-ons that you can do for that game. Relying on others doesn't make you a lesser adventurer. If anything, the freer we are, the more we need to look out for one another. And that, I believe, is the essence and beauty of adventuring. Wouldn't you agree? I'm going to say wholeheartedly. Understood, Kippa. I will never forget this. That bra makes it look like her nipple is like weird. Knowing you, I expect you're raring to answer the explorer's petition in Limsa Lominsa. You'll be taking the airship, yes? In which case, I shall give these garments to you now. I had them made for you, thinking it was past time you had something better. For me? Thank you so much, sister. I must thank you too. You're the kind adventurer I admire, and I'll keep on working hard to be like you. I couldn't have asked for a better person to watch over my little brother. Ooh, excuse me. I appreciate everything you've done for him, and look forward to meeting you again, be it for a story or something else. With that, we take our leave of you. Till next time. You see the siblings off, safe in the knowledge that all will be well. Time to rejoin the wandering minstrel and relay to him the tale's happy conclusion. Okay. Sir, please. Also, I need to get better clothes, so I'm not like running around like this. Where is that? Oop, I went right past you. Welcome back, my friend. Judging by your expression, I take it all is well with Nahagi and Kipaya. I see. Pleased am I to hear that. When we first set out on our journeys, it's usually for the simplest of reasons. Yet as we make our way, those reasons may become lost in a haze of motives, causing us to lose sight of what truly matters. In such time, if we can but remember what prompted us to take our first steps, we will always find the strength to take the next. Nahagi shall be fine. I am certain of it. My thanks for keeping an eye on him. These events have inspired a new verse in me, a verse about the dreams of those who seek new worlds and the hopes of those who see them off. Ow! Greetings, warrior of light. This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps, or perhaps not. 'Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Naoki Yoshida, and I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. 10 years have now passed since the world was reborn from its ashes, since we set forth upon this journey. Countless things have happened during that time, and I've had the pleasure of meeting many an adventurer along the way. If truth be told, it hasn't always been easy. There are moments when I wonder why I must struggle so, days when I'm tempted to cast it all aside. But in spite of this, I always manage to carry on, and it's thanks to my wonderful comrades, and to you, our esteemed adventurers. By now, I must have been regaled with tens of thousands of your tales. You usually share them with a smile, but even when it's with a frown, you tell me that you're still enjoying yourself. 'Tis no exaggeration to say that I derive all of my driving force from you all. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Ours is an unending journey, and nothing would make me happier than if we could keep walking it together. As you make your way, we promise that we will ever be at your side, matching you step for step. Now, the time has come for this vision to end. Time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. Much time has passed since the world was reborn from its ashes. Countless souls have made this place their home. Every single one has left an indelible mark upon it. Together we have built this world, and it is our sincerest hope that we shall continue to do so for many years to come. So please be safe and well. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal. So I just realized that the midsummer or the summer event and this event are a theme, with the whole rising, in when I did the fire festival, it talked about one of the things was rising like a phoenix from the ashes, and then you get a phoenix as a mount in this event. I dare say Nahagi is aboard the airship by now. I pray that he and Kipia will find happiness upon their respective paths. I hope you do so as well, my friend. If you would lend me an ear, I would dedicate these verses to your future. By morning light, the journey starts. A trill of hope within our hearts. On westerly wind to river song, into the world where we belong. Bow fields of white and azure sky, sunset storm a crimson fire, jewels a glitter on pitch black veil, a new day dawns, so goes the tale. By eternal wind we carry on, boldly towards a golden morn, with memories as a guiding star, shining our steps both near and far. Where will you go? Whom will you meet? What will you see? There's no telling what the future holds for anyone. Yet come what may, I bid you never forget this. The bonds you forge, the memories you make, and the footprints you leave behind, they shall one day spur you forward. So pray continue walking on your own path, wherever that journey leads. I shall be praying for your happiness. Sorry, I don't know why this whole message makes me tear up, but that's very cool, the little thank you message. It's like so thoughtful. You now have access to the letter forest at the Gold Court. Speak with the tenders stationed there to read the letters. Additionally, you have also unlocked the Kupo Kupo adventure minigame on the steps of Nald. Speak with Nonora at the Ruby Road Exchange to play. This, along with other minigames, may also be played by opening the toy chest in any inn room. A decade of adventure. I can't use the mount, but oh well. Greetings and welcome to the Letter Forest. Displayed here are messages of gratitude and encouragement which folks the realm over have anonymously written. It comes as no surprise, but no few messages are addressed to adventurers. If you wish to peruse some letters, I should be pleased to guide you. A letter from a message board keeper. I'm just going through this like I did with Azuna. That way, if someone comes across this playthrough instead of Azuna's, they'll get a complete playthrough. Many years have passed since we installed a message board on a uninsured unassuming street corner. To see it continue to be utilized by adventurers fills me and my fellow keepers with pride. Like a lodestone, the message board draws people together, and it is our hope that it keeps serving you as well as a means to share information. For our humble part, we shall endeavor to maintain the board in good repair, while bringing you news that may be of interest. With best wishes, a message board keeper. As a choreographist, my job is to create movement that conveys specific emotions, such as a dancer's performance or a mimette's adorable gesture. And though I have the honor of contributing my expertise to etiquette manuals, movement cannot be tangibly preserved in the manner that artwork such as paintings can. From the mesmerizing flutter of fabric to the inviting springiness of booze, it all passes by in an instant. In the light of this, if but one of my steps or flourishes occupy a place in your memory, then nothing will make me happier. Movingly yours, a humble choreographist, I think. I don't know. Oops. I clicked on the wrong thing. Cannot be skipped. One lazy afternoon, as I stood by the Atherite Plaza, I found myself absorbed by the sight of adventurers whiling away their time. Greetings, friends, who were passing by, practicing a newly learned dance, sitting on a bench and chatting, opening umbrellas when it began to rain, tucking into a loaf of bread when peckish. To the untrained eye, they were doing not the ordinary. I, however, saw the fruits of my life's work, and it warmed my heart. Dreaming of a day when proper social etiquette is practiced by all, be it in a ballroom or likewise, I shall continue my quest to edify. Courteously yours, an etiquette manual writer. Dear adventurer, I am a theater set designer, and one who is said to have penchant for designing unusual props for the stage. Some of my labors of love, it thrilled me to discover, has caught your eye to become little companions that follow you around, or even modes of transportation. To see my creations for the stage delight you off it, even the oddest ones, delights me in turn, and further motivates me in my craft. In hopes that I can continue to delight you all, I will endeavor to create ever more interesting props. Yours in whimsy, a theater set designer. Dear adventurer, I am a festival committee member in charge of decorating the cities during celebrations. While decorations are an oft unremarked part of events, some of you have noticed the little touches we apply, such as stray bombs, a romantic snowman, and it makes our efforts all the more worthwhile. As you continue your adventures, it is our hope that the festive ambiance we create throughout the year will provide you with joy and respite both. Mercifully yours, a festival committee member. Recently, my fellows and I have been taking ourselves around the realm, repairing buildings and roads, as well as restoring natural landscapes. This we do as part of an initiative to improve quality of life for adventurers. Yours is a long journey. What little we can do to ease your way, we gladly do. Constructfully yours, a humble architect. You who are reading this letter, I bid you imagine the countless adventurers who call this world home. I dare say it isn't difficult to do so, for that is reality as it stands. Yet we mustn't take it for granted, for what we have now is the culmination of much hard work by full many souls. Souls including your good self. Adventurers breathe life into this world, each one of you giving rise to a grand tale, and I hope you never forget this. Thank you for taking the time to cast your eyes over these words. Wherever your adventures may lead, may you find happiness. With utmost respect, a nameless artisan. I first set foot in the land 10 years ago. Since then, I have had occasion to meet numerous fine adventurers like yourself. Many languages exist, and they sometimes act as a wall that divide us. This world, however, is a place where we might transcend that wall and come together in unity. Each and every day, you and yours find various ways to forge bonds. In so doing, you gain access to a new world as seen through different eyes, and that is what makes life endlessly fascinating. As you carry on adventuring, I pray that you will be blessed with many such enriching encounters. Yours in understanding and unity, a humble linguist. Dear adventurer, during the calamity and for a long time afterwards, there was nary a smile to be seen upon faces. Now, however, I oft see you and yours walking happily through the city, and it never fails to warm the hearts. In my mind, you are the symbols of the new era. No one can say what the future holds, but when I see your smiles, I am reassured that somehow all will be well. Sincerely yours, a humble citizen. I used to be an adventurer, but in the course of my travels, I developed the urge to recreate for others the sense of marvel that I was experiencing. One thing led to another, and I eventually became a theater director. My role is to produce spectacular theater, and nothing is more gratifying than to receive praise from the audience. For a long time to come, I hope to continue creating memorable adventures for everyone to share. Yours in imagination and wonderment, a humble theater director. The tape of my chair is coming off. It's stuck to my arm. As an advertising scribe, I create notices for events and products that you see posted to message boards. Such information isn't exactly essential for adventuring, but I consider it a job well done if people are aware of their options, and I'll keep striving to deliver information that may be of interest to adventurers. Thank you always for your kindness and compassion. Communicatively yours, a humble advertising scribe. In all things, it's nice to be able to make changes to better suit your taste. But by the same token, the more choices one has, the more difficult it is to decide what to do. We began posting guides on the message boards as a way to answer questions from adventurers. Before we knew it, we had surpassed 200 items. We couldn't have kept at it for so long without your invaluable feedback. It makes us truly happy when we hear that we could help to solve your problems, even in some small way. Encouraged by your praise and driven by your requests, we'll keep working hard to serve you. Should you have any comments or suggestions, please do not hesitate to reach out. We always appreciate hearing from you. Informatively yours, a humble guide. All who set forth must invariably pass through the entrance, and while most will not spare the place a second thought, we gatekeepers think of naught else day in and day out. Our solemn duty is to ensure that all adventurers can enter unhindered, and this entails keeping signs in good repair and pesky fiends at bay. We're especially attentive when we throw open all entrances at once following large-scale maintenance works. Inspired by the eager expressions you wear as you set forth anew, we will continue performing our task to the best of our ability. Vigilantly yours, a humble gatekeeper. Always hate when I get the hiccups. A stirring story needs a formidable antagonist, one who stands in the protagonist's way and causes them sadness and suffering. When the hero finally overcomes that foe, they will know a joy that is as sweet as their struggles were bitter. Those who shared in that joy will go on to become friends true, their bond transcending age, station, and nations. In order to create such depressing lows and soaring highs, I will strive to conceive a more compelling antagonist. Dramatically yours, a humble playwright. As someone who composes music for the stage, nothing pleases me more than to hear that you are moved by my work. I am also humbled to receive your words of appreciation for the concerts we hold and the orchestration roles we release. You are my motivation, spurring me to continue composing music that brings a story to life. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Yours in the melody, a humble theater composer. Okay, last one. My voice is starting to be like, nope. Because it went from 89 to 66. So yeah, my voice is like, absolutely not. From sword slashing to armor clinking, from water running to leaves rustling, I have the pleasure of recreating for the stage the various sounds that can be heard out in the world. It is a challenge and a thrill to produce the sounds, and we draw inspiration from the knowledge that they are heard and appreciated by many. However, the sounds of a play isn't limiting to that which we ourselves create. No, they also encompass those made by the audience and the players. It is a collaboration between us, a joint performance, and it is my hope that we can continue filling the world with sound together. Acoustically yours, a humble theater sound designer. Yeah, that's another reason that I'm creating these VODs, you know, these pre-recorded VODs. I know it's going to be that time of the year where my voice just goes, absolutely not. Okay. I think, let's see. Trying to decide if I want to continue or not. Let's see. What this is for the pugilist. Okay. And Call of the Sea is most likely it's probably going to turn into It Must Be Pirates. What was your name? Oh, you disappeared. Limsa. Yes. I need to punch some stuff. Might just run Satasha just to get her some new clothes. Johnny Lunch, yes. That'd be funny if I do all this and I don't get her new clothes. Welcome to the Johnny Lunch. Set wherever you like, lass. I'll be with you in a... Aye, I'm Baderon. Alright, who's asking? As I've got a job for a capable adventurer, you say. Well, you're bloody right. Just so you're fairly warned, though, this ain't no job for the faint of heart. Things are liable to get downright bleeding airy. But if you think you're still interested, let me know, and I'll fill ye in on the details. Right. Ooh, I got new clothes. Okay. Yes. Nice. Oh, she looks so pretty in that. Yes. Reassign. Yes. That looks so cool on her. Uh-oh. She's still showing her bra. It's like Junko. Oh, wait, hold up. I could do these two quests. Let me grab this one, though. I knew it would lead to it's probably pirates. Baderon, the proprietor of the Drowning Wench, has need of a capable adventurer. I thank you for taking the time to help me out. Now I'm sure... Hi, Panzer. You're busy, so I'll come straight to the point. Word has it some suspicious-looking buggers have been sneaking in and out of the Satasha Saragat, and I need a trustworthy sort to head up north of the airport and find out who they are and what they're up to. Don't sound like much, I know, but it weren't so long ago as the fishbacks, pet pirates paid us an unwelcome visit, and folks are feeling a bit nervous. If you would permit me, Master Baderon, I would be happy to elaborate. Well, if it ain't the Chief Yellowjacket himself. To what do I owe this rare honor, Commodore Raynor? Come to make sure me patrons are behaving, or just thirsty? Neither, in fact. I was informed that you had requested an adventurer to assist in my investigation, and I came to offer what information I could sift from recent reports. Over the course of the past moon, there have been several sightings of an unfamiliar vessel off the coast of Ailport, in the vicinity of the Isles of Umbra. This information came to my attention no more than a few weeks after a squad of my own soldiers had completed a routine patrol of the region, the Satasha Surrogate included. Their search revealed little, save that a family of Kuriles had taken up residence in the caves. Nothing to concern us, in short. In light of recent developments, however, it would seem wise to search Satasha again. But with the Sahagin testing our defenses daily, I am loath to assign the task to the limited forces at my disposal. Our line is stretched as it is. Thus, I sought the services of a competent adventurer to conduct an investigation in our stead. Any aid you can offer in this matter would be greatly appreciated. Then it is settled. Satasha is located in western Lanasia. For more detailed instructions on how to reach the place, I suggest you consult Vimpela. She can be found at the ferry docks on the lower decks. Excuse me. You earned the man. Good luck to you, lass. Okay. Rising to the challenge. Tolwan is ill-pleased with the carelessness of the wench's customers. We all know how it feels to have had one too many. That's why I'll not fault our patrons for much of what goes on at our tables. But is it too much to ask that they keep their belongings on their person when they leave? It wouldn't bother me so much if half of them didn't show up a week later, ranting and raving as if their drunken heedlessness was somehow my fault. Take this impressive-looking journal right here. As oft used as it seems to be, I have no doubt its owner is tearing up the town, searching for his prized possession. A stranger he was, a swarthy Rogadian, who enjoyed his drink, seemed to be getting on well with one of our regulars. Sorry, Dominion. Quintinian. Perhaps you could still catch up with him and spare me the headache. I'd offer you a free drink. The last time I did that, Battaron docked my wages. And... oops. Have to get our friend. Beauty is only scalp deep. I love the esthetician so much. Rumors of a dangerous madman about town have Sidhod Jabil ill at ease. You're either a brave woman or a fool, friend, to be wandering the streets of Leminsa today. What with the slasher of Fisherman's Bottom on the loose. You've not heard? There's a madman about. Why, it said he brandished his blade so long and sharp that they could gut a whale. No one's seen any blood yet, but that hasn't stopped the rumors from sending shivers up spines in every alehouse in town. That you're still standing before me tells me you don't scare as easily as the rest. Perhaps you could assist with the investigation. To start with, you might want to look into that scream I just heard outside. Have I seen who? Look, just because I spend more nights at the Winch than in my own home, doesn't mean I'm mates with every sod who comes stumbling through the doors. Wait a minute, that bloody book! Why didn't you say so sooner? The tight-arsed bastard drained 20 flagons and promptly passed out, leaving yours truly to foot the bill. Said he was heading for Airport. Aye, where else? The scurvy sop. Naimia willing, he's still stranded on the ferry docks. Though the gods know it won't help me get my gil back. Okay. And then... oh. What are you waiting for? That's him, the slasher. Apprehend him. Toss him in Gaol and throw away the key. Or gut him and feed his lifeless body to the sharks for all I care. Just do something. Woe is me. Whatever did I do to deserve this cruel fate? For 6 moons I saved every last gill of my husband's hard-earned wage. Foregoing new shoes, a new purse, sometimes even food for our children. I hate when she says that. All in anticipation of this day. What's so special about this day, you ask? Why, this day marks the arrival of a world-renowned aesthetician in Limsa. My endless patience and self-control were to be rewarded with a hair-raising transformation that would have every fashion-conscious Lominsan oohing and awing in admiration. Instead, I find myself accosted by this lecherous lout. Speaking of which, weren't you going to do something about this? Go ahead and have your way with him. I doubt he has anything to say for himself. Okay. Where is that? There's doubt. Oh, the ignominy of it all. Of course you take her side. For shame. Is there not one sympathetic ear in this entire nation? Hold up. He's supposed to be world-renowned. Okay. How does she not know what he looks like? Come on. I know it makes for a good, quest story. Haha. But come on, lady. You scrimped and saved, like you claim, and you don't even know what he looks like. Really? An artiste of my renown should be welcomed with open arms and a 21 cannon salute. Instead, I am branded a criminal. The tools of my trade, nay, the extensions of my very soul, ripped unceremoniously from my person like barnacles from the side of a frigate. Wait, so who took your tools? I don't remember. Was that ever cleared up? I will not last long in my weakened state. No, even as we speak, the world around me grows dim. With my dying breath, I speak unto you 3 names, 3 kind souls, who may yet put right what has gone so frightfully wrong. Forge Master Hananza of Naldic and the Millies, Guildmaster Beaton of the Gridanian Carpenters Guild, and Severian of the Alchemist Guild in Ulda. If there's one ounce of compassion in you, seek them out and tell them Jan Delane sent you. When my soul is restored and my name is rightfully cleared, all Limsa, nay, the entire realm will sing your praises. For I, Jan Delane, am none other than the Aes. Also, this lady doesn't know what his name is. Okay. Jan Delane sent you? Let me guess. The barmy fool's lost his tools. Pardon me, the appendages of his very soul. again, and is thrashing and tossing like the end of days is nigh. The man brings it upon himself. If he toned down the theatrics and went about his work like an earnest craftsman, I dare say he'd save himself these misunderstandings. No, I've not a whit of sympathy for the fool. You, however, have my pity, indeed, for having to play audience to his wingings. Any road, this should shut him up for a while. Tell him if he loses these, I'll graft the next pair to his bloody hands. So nice. Okay. Oh, the little dog's named Chewy. That's cute. Okay. Off to Sedania. And the Carpenters Guild. So, with the temperature, with the wide temperature fluctuation for today, having to deal with the heat, and having a bad headspace, I'm probably going to do these two quests. The aesthetician and then returning the book back to the guy. And then I'm going to probably stop for the night. Plus my voice is just, I don't know if you can hear it, but I can feel it. But don't worry, I'll still be working even after I go offline. Because I've done my Praetorium runs for tonight, for the day, and we'll be finishing up editing of The Wolf Among Us VOD that I have. And then probably work some more on adding more content to one, if not both, of the mute VODs that I'm working on. It's like, I don't know, it's like once the temperature drops, my voice or my body decides, it's like, not little TMI, but it's like, let's get all mucusy. It's like, really? And it's like, yeah. I'm like, no, but really? And the body goes, yeah. That's what we're gonna do. A message from Jan Delane. A message from Jan Delane, you say? So he lost another one? Does that man not understand that wood simply doesn't grow on? Actually it does. At least in a matter of speaking. But the fact remains that resources are in short supply. For all his flowery words, if his tools were truly an extension of his very being, one would think he'd find a way to hold on to them for more than a fortnight or two. Jandaline's skills are not to be doubted, but his temperament leaves much to be desired. Still, it is not my place to judge. Take this to him and let us both hope that he will right his ways. Wow. Beaten, that is the nicest I've ever heard you talk about somebody. Oh, that's fine. I can just do that. And then fly back to Limsa. At least it's cool enough I can have the door open and Panzer is enjoying the fresh air. I also like how we have a heavy screen door, so we can have the door open for the cats. Okay. I need to go to the Alchemist Guild. The closest, well, both little shards are kind of far. Alchemist Guild. I don't know. Maybe I can push through doing Satasha. Satasha's not that long. You've come on behalf of Jandaline? Why, I just furnished him with a fresh batch of my special creations last week. I realize the man's services are in demand, but would it be physically impossible for him to exhaust the entire supply so soon? Stolen, you say? An unfortunate turn of events indeed, if not entirely unexpected. You see, the man is something of a genius, and genius is often misunderstood by modest minds. Trust me, as I speak from extensive personal experience. Oh my God. Yes, great minds must band together in trying times, lest the realm be deprived of our talents. And so I command you, deliver this parcel to Jandaline with all speed. Oh my God. Alright, well. Nah, I'll do Satasha during another stream. I just got a sudden wave of, I feel warm. And I noticed that I've started to like get this like flushed. I start to sweat when I eat now. So that's a little bothersome. It's just like one more thing I have to deal with. In the cooler months, it's not going to be as bad, but when it's been warm, you don't want to get more hot, you know? Sorry, I wanted to show the pretty fireworks. I've said this before, I like watching fireworks that are like these. Virtual fireworks, fireworks that are in a controlled situation that are, you know, up in the air, that sort of thing. I don't like the quote-unquote safe and sane because I find those too bright, too stroby, and too loud. And it's got me to hate fireworks for the most part. But those I like. The now quote-unquote illegal ones. What? If there's an ounce of compassion for you, friend, I beg of you, retrieve for me the tools of my trade. Okay. Yeah, could this be? Yes, I can feel it. The light returns to my eyes. Power courses to my fingers. I live! So dramatic. As I live, this unspeakable embodiment of ugliness must die. Begone, foul demon. And so I ask, how do you feel, madame, or madam? Why, it's as if, in but a single magnificent moment, I travel beyond the void and return to life as the embodiment of all that is beautiful in this world. Could it be? Yes, it must. How else to explain such power? You are the one whose coming was foretold. You, yes, you are the aesthetician. In the flesh, madam, I am Gwendolen, crafter of coiffures, so divine that Menfina herself doth begrudge my clientele their beauty. But let us speak of you, madam. From where a moment ago stood a fashion challenge frump, now there stands a beauty reborn. I'd be scared too if you posed in front of me like that. And you are the one I must thank for reviving my soul, that I might once again bestow my gifts on a realm bereft of beauty, a kindness I intend to repay in full. Do you fear that your own hairstyle is becoming passé? Fear the specter of, yes, ugliness threatening to consume you? Fear not, friend, for it shall not survive my wrath. As the madam before you, you are the very... You... Let me try that again. As the madam before you, as this very realm we call home, from an abyss of unfathomable drabness, you shall rise anew. My clients have been known to make such reservation moons, even years in advance. But you shall know no such trouble. No, for proving a staunch ally to good taste, when all others turn a blind eye, I gladly place myself at your beck and call. Yes, the next time you find yourself plagued by aesthetic ennui, you need only ring the crystal bell from the comfort of any inn-room at which you have taken up lodgings. Jandeline shall hasten to the scene. Yes, in a flash, the dreary, uninspired life you have hitherto known shall end. You shall travel to the realm beyond and return to us as a beauty reborn. I give you this as a token of the trust between us. Treasure it, for it is the key to a world of aesthetic wonders ordinary women shall never know. Oh, Mr. Jandeline, do come back. I've not made my next appointment. He has a kind of a like feathered like Sasuke hair in the back. Ask petition now available. Yeah. Alright, sweet. Okay. Now... Oops. Fisherman's Guild. If you have business with the bee, whoa. If you have business with me, be quick about it. My ferry and my next great adventure await. My journal. Why, I thought I had lost it forever. Pardon my rudeness, friend. Perhaps I should have stopped after 19 flagons. Har har. Did you steal a glance at its pages, perchance? No? A shame that. For this book contains, how might I say it, a record of my numerous adventures. Quite the inspiring read, if I do say so myself, which I believe I just did. Har har. You've the air of an adventurer about you, if one still untested. But take heart. Even the most accomplished adventurer, and I speak from personal experience, was once a whelp with more dreams than sense. Were there some way for me to repay your... But of course, I have a fresh journal right here that might as well have your name on it. Why not keep a record of your own? That one day we might regale each other with stories of our deeds. And with that, I shall be off for adventure, and a flagon of 20 of the realm's finest ale. Call me. Or flagon of the realm's finest ale calls me. fare you well on your journey, and next time you find yourself at the wench, do thank that Elysian fellow for his generosity. Har har. Yeah, okay, let's get back. Now I've got the challenge log. Nice. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think this is a good place to end for the night. And yeah, I honestly thought about taking tonight off, but I'm glad that I streamed and I was able to get another character to do the rising and get the Phoenix mounts. And next time I hop on with Khelda, we can do some more questing. We can knock out the duties of Satasha and the others and get her one step closer to becoming an actual warrior of light, and well, not actual warrior, for her becoming part of Minfilia's group. Oh. I didn't realize either. So yeah, I think this is a good spot with my voice being the way it is, and with me being like a little wiped. So yeah, I have a lot going on, and again, thank you so much for your support and everything. I wouldn't be wanting to do any of this if it wasn't for y'all's support. So that's going to be all for now. Again, thank you so much for watching, whether it be morning, afternoon, or nights. Please don't forget to stay safe, stay happy, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Here, let me do a cute little emote for you.